And if you go all the way to the Munich speech that he gave in 2007, he basically said, okay, I've been asking for 7 years, no more. And then the invasion, Saakashvili's invasion of South Ossetia in 2008, broke the camel's back. And ever since then, Russia has been preparing for more NATO expansion and aggression. Let's go back to 2008, not 2014, not 2010. This is an ongoing process. The West keeps its eyes closed, its ears closed, and doesn't want to listen to anyone. And as a result, it creates more and more mistakes. The only difference here, my friend, and I want your audience to understand, that Russia is not Afghanistan, Russia is not Libya. Russia is a great power in the world with nuclear weapons. And if you read daily releases from the Kremlin, from Putin's office, there are a lot of red lines out there. They're well known. And if you want to step over them, go at your own peril. Because the Russian people have been watching what's been going on in Ukraine, and they're horrified. This country was not going very well before all of this mess with the coup in February 2014. Now the country is broken and will never be repaired again, and we have 1 million plus refugees coming in from eastern Ukraine into Russia. They didn't go to Kiev. They didn't go to Poland. They went to Russia. Now, Russia is a very rational actor, and if there's going to be aggressive actions against it, it will respond, and it will respond in a very robust way. And I think that, this is one of the things I say to my audiences on Crosstalk. This country, Russia's foreign policy is absolutely transparent. Just give it an honest read, an honest hearing, because we can sleepwalk into a horrific conflict that never should happen. It's already happened in Ukraine. It doesn't have to go any further.
But there is a genuine concern from the West, especially with Russia's rearmament programs, etc.
Rearmament? Excuse me. Rearmament?
That's what they say from here.
Replacing military planes, tanks, artillery pieces from the 1970s? Excuse me, what rearmament? Compared to the United States? This is self-defense. Defense. What aggressive ambitions does Russia have? Does it want to invade Poland? If it had wanted to invade Ukraine, it would have been over a long time ago. It would have happened, and it would have taken about 72 hours, not days. When you have a military alliance constantly expanding at your doorstep over the past 25 years, what would you do?
In 2002, the NATO-Russia Council was declared as a forum for dialogue and cooperation among common areas of concerns. So it seems that NATO and Russia have been able to cooperate in the past. So are we past the point of no return?
I see that as fig leaves. NATO has never been an honest partner with Russia, ever, on anything. I'm sorry, this isn't a military alliance that should just pack its bags and leave. It should not even be in existence today. The United States should no longer be the hegemon in Europe. Europe should start learning to take care of itself. They generate a fabled fiction threat, and then they tell Washington, and of course there are plenty of people in Washington and Brussels who will run to your aid because we have all this money we can print forever and ever and keep American military industries in business. I mean, this is not rocket science. It's pretty simple. This is all a psychological game and a con game to get somebody else to do something for you at no cost.
After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Europe took some small steps, but never really tried to incorporate Russia in any of European politics or economy or foreign politics for that matter. So it always saw that even if the Soviet Union now collapsed, but that Russia was seen as an adversary and not to be trusted.
When the Cold War was coming to an end, and it's very well documented and witnesses there, the United States, Jim Baker, Secretary of State, promised Gorbachev there would be no NATO expansion outside of the unification of Germany. East Germany would become part of the United Germany, which would be a member of NATO, but not one step east. Further than that. Another broken promise. Well, how many times are you going to have to listen to someone that's a pathological liar? Look at the coup in 2014 in February. Barack Obama has even admitted in so many words that the U.S. did that. It overturned a democratically elected government. Where is the maturity? Where is the guts in Europe? See, after that happened, I will never, ever have a good word to say about the European Union. The European Union lies. When that coup happened, the European Union should have sanctioned the coup leaders for overthrowing a democratically elected government. And no, what do you have? You're sanctioning Russia for something the West supported. I mean, again, this isn't rocket science. It's hypocrisy.
We will come back to this because I want to dive into especially the Ukraine issue, Ukraine after the Maidan. Let's just take a short break and we'll be right back.